Relax now. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, and feel the surface beneath you quietly supporting your weight. And let it drift out through your mouth, unhurried. Nothing you need to solve. Sounds become distant, softened, as if wrapped in wool. Each breath invites a deeper sense of ease, as though the day is slowly closing its eyes with you. Your thoughts can wander like leaves on a slow stream, passing without effort, without attachment. You are safe here. You are allowed to rest. And when you feel ready, when your breathing has found its own gentle rhythm. Our story today begins before the sun has even considered rising, where moonlight lingers on cobblestones, slick with early dew, chimneys cold and silent. Only one place glows with life. At the edge of the square, behind a heavy wooden door dusted with old flour, a baker is already awake, as bakers have done for centuries. By the time the morning bells ring, bread must be ready, and settles warmly on a long wooden table, polished smooth by years of kneading. The air smells of yeast and grain, earthy and comforting, like something ancient and trustworthy. The baker moves slowly, deliberately. There is no rush here, only rhythm, only habit shaped by time. He pours flour onto the table, a soft white cloud rising and drifting down again. You can almost hear it, a quiet hush as it settles. His hands press into the dough, folding, turning, press, pause, fold again. Each movement steady, predictable, like a heartbeat. As you imagine his hands working the dough, you may notice your own breathing matching the pace, slow, even, calm. Outside, a faint breeze moves through the town, rustling the leaves of a lone tree in a square. The sound slips through the cracks in the bakery walls, joining the soft scrape of wood and dough. Somewhere far away, an owl calls once, then settles back into silence. The baker has done this every morning for most of his life. He knows the texture the dough must reach, the quiet resistance beneath his palms. He listens not with his ears, but with his hands, feeling when the dough is ready to rest. He covers it with linen and sets it aside. The cloth is worn thin, smelling faintly of clean grain and smoke. Time will do its work now, slowly, invisibly, just as rest does its work within you. The oven waits nearby, a stone mouth, dark and cool, for now. Soon it will glow with fire, but not yet. There is no need to hurry the warmth. It will come. The baker sits for a moment on a small stool, stretching his fingers, feeling the quiet of the hour. In these moments before dawn, the world feels suspended, balanced between night and morning. It is a time meant for gentleness. As you picture this quiet bakery, you might feel yourself drifting deeper, as though you, too, are resting beneath a linen cloth, safe, warm, allowed to rise in your own time. The baker stands again and begins to build the fire. A spark catches, then another, until soft flames lick the stone. The oven begins to breathe warmth into the room. A low crackle fills the space, steady and soothing. The firelight dances along the walls, and shadows sway like slow-moving curtains. The baker listens, noticing when the heat is just right. Too hot would rush the bread. Too cool would delay it. Balance matters here. Outside, the sky begins to change, not bright yet, just a hint of lighter blue brushing the edges of darkness. The stars fade one by one, their work done for the night. The dough is ready now. The baker shapes it carefully, round loaves resting on a wooden peel. Each one is slightly different, imperfect in the way only handmade things can be. He scores them with a small blade, gentle lines that will open as the bread bakes, allowing it to breathe. When the loaves slide into the oven, a wave of warmth rolls outward, wrapping the room in comfort. The scent of baking bread slowly grows deep, rich, and unmistakably nourishing. This smell drifts through the empty streets, slipping beneath doors and into dreams. Somewhere, a sleeper stirs, not knowing why they feel comforted. Only that morning will bring something good. The baker waits. Waiting is part of the craft. He leans against a table, listening to the fire, to the quiet expansion of bread, to the town beginning its slow return to life. And as the first bell finally rings, soft at first, then fuller, the baker smiles. The bread is ready. The town will wake to warmth. And you, wrapped in this story, can continue to drift, carried by the steady rhythm of hands, fire, and time. If you'd like to continue the story and sink even deeper into rest, just let me know. The bell's echo fades into the morning air, and the town exhales, slowly waking, one breath at a time. Inside the bakery, the baker moves with quiet satisfaction. He opens the oven door, and a gentle rush of heat spills out, warm and embracing, like sunlight before it's seen. The loaves are golden now, their crusts softly crackling as they cool, singing faint, tiny songs of warmth and completion. He sets them on the wooden rack, where steam rises in delicate wisps, curling upward and disappearing into the rafters. The smell is fuller now, toasted grain, subtle sweetness, comfort woven into air. It is the scent of morning itself. As you imagine this warmth, you may notice your body sinking more deeply into whatever supports you. Muscles soften, your forehead smooths. Even your thoughts grow quieter, as if they too are resting on a wooden rack, cooling, settling. Outside, shutters begin to open. A cat stretches along a windowsill, tail flicking lazily. Footsteps echo faintly on stone, unhurried, still half asleep. The baker listens, but he does not rush. He has learned that calm spreads more easily than haste. He pours himself a small cup of water and drinks slowly, feeling the coolness contrast with the heat of the oven. This balance, warm and cool, movement and stillness, is something he understands deeply, though he has never named it. The door creaks open, and the first customer steps inside. A farmer, cap in hand, eyes soft with gratitude. No words are needed at first. The exchange happens in nods, in shared warmth, in the simple passing of a loaf wrapped in cloth. One by one, others arrive. A mother with sleep still in her voice, an apprentice rubbing tired eyes, an old man who inhales deeply before he even speaks. Each person carries the bread away, and with it, a small piece of the baker's early morning calm. As the bakery fills briefly with murmurs and footsteps, you may notice that the sounds remain gentle, never sharp, never demanding. They fade in and out, like waves lapping a quiet shore. Soon, the rush passes. The baskets are lighter, the air cooler now that the oven door rests closed. Sunlight finally spills through the small window, dust motes floating lazily within it, turning and drifting as if time itself has slowed. The baker cleans his table. He brushes away flour with long, easy strokes. There is no urgency. Tomorrow will come, and he will rise before it again. For now, this moment is enough. He steps outside, closing the bakery door gently behind him. The town is fully awake now, but softly so. Voices low, movements measured. The square feels safe, familiar, held. He walks home along a narrow path, stone cool beneath his boots. Birds flutter in the trees, their calls light and untroubled. A breeze carries the lingering scent of bread, following him like a quiet companion. When he reaches his small home, he removes his apron and hangs it on a hook by the door. Inside, the space is simple: a wooden chair, a small table, a hearth with embers resting low. He stirs them just enough to glow again, adding a log, listening to the soft crackle return. This is his time now, the time after work, before sleep. The world has what it needs. He is free to rest. He sits by the hearth, hands relaxed in his lap, feeling the warmth ease into his bones. His breathing slows, matching the gentle rhythm of the fire. In and out, steady and calm. And as you picture him resting, you may feel an invitation, not spoken, but felt, to rest as well. Imagine yourself there, near the hearth, wrapped in warmth and quiet. The firelight flickers softly, never too bright. The sounds of the town fade into distance, becoming a low, comforting hum. There is nothing left to do, nothing to prepare. You have risen, you have worked, and now you are allowed to sleep. Your breath becomes slower still. Each exhale gently releases the day. Each inhale carries in calm, like warm bread cooling in the air. The baker's eyes grow heavy. He leans back, letting rest find him naturally, without effort. Sleep is not forced here. It arrives the way morning does, gradually, inevitably, kind. And you can follow him there, into that soft, quiet place where thoughts dissolve and the body remembers how to rest. The hearth crackles once more, then settles. The town continues on without you. You are safe to drift, safe to dream, and as the story gently fades, you may find yourself already asleep or floating peacefully just above it. If you'd like to continue drifting with another gentle chapter, simply let me know. The hearth settles into a steady, glowing hush, and the baker's breathing becomes so slow, so even, it almost blends with the quiet room itself. Outside his small window, the day continues its gentle unfolding. Light stretches across the stones, warming them little by little. But inside, time loosens its grip. Minutes no longer matter. Only rest remains. The baker drifts not suddenly, but like dough rising in its own time. Thoughts soften, edges blur, until sleep takes him kindly by the hand. And as he sleeps, the story follows him into that calm, drifting place where dreams move slowly and nothing startles the mind. Our story now sets sail into the dream of the baker. In this dream, the bakery is larger, warmer, filled with a golden glow that seems to come from everywhere at once. The tables stretch long and smooth, and the scent of bread is gentle, never overwhelming. It hums softly in the air, like a memory of comfort. The baker walks barefoot across the floor, his steps silent. Flour dusts the ground like fresh snow, cool and soft beneath his feet. Each step leaves a faint print, then slowly fades away, as if the floor itself prefers peace to permanence. He moves toward the oven, which is no longer stone, but something alive, warm, breathing, steady. It does not burn here, it simply radiates safety. As he places his hands near it, he feels a deep reassurance, the kind that settles in the chest and stays there. This warmth is not just heat, it is belonging. In the dream, bells ring again, but they are distant and slow, like bells heard underwater. They do not call him to work, they only mark time, passing gently, without urgency. Outside the dream bakery windows, fields stretch endlessly. Wheat sways in a slow rhythm, golden heads bowing and rising with each passing breeze. The sound is soft, a whispering hush, as though the earth itself is breathing. The baker steps outside. The air is mild and kind, neither cool nor warm, just right. The sky is painted with early morning colors, soft blues, pale rose, a sun that never rushes upward. He walks among the fields, hands brushing the wheat, feeling its gentle resistance. Each stalk bends easily, then springs back, resilient and calm. There is a lesson here, though no words are spoken. As you imagine this place, you may feel a similar ease within yourself, the sense that it is safe to bend, safe to rest, safe to return to stillness again and again. In the distance, a small river moves lazily, its surface catching light in slow flashes. The sound of water is rhythmic, predictable, comforting. It invites slowing down. The baker sits beside the riverbank, drawing patterns in the soft earth with his finger. Circles, lines, shapes without meaning, and therefore without worry. The river does not hurry. It has nowhere urgent to be, and neither do you. Breathing in, you may imagine the air here, clean, slightly sweet, filled with quiet life. Breathing out, you can release anything still clinging from the day. The baker leans back, lying in the grass, arms loose at his sides. Above him, clouds drift slowly, changing shape without effort. A loaf, a bird, nothing at all. Time stretches. The dream begins to soften at the edges now, like mist lifting in sunlight. The field fades gently, the river quiets, and the baker feels himself returning to the warmth of his chair, to the hearth, to the steady comfort of home. He does not resist. He allows the dream to dissolve naturally, the way night releases into morning, or the way tension releases into rest. And you can do the same. Let the images blur, let the story loosen. You no longer need to follow every word. The sound of my voice can fade into the background, becoming part of the quiet rather than something to hold on to. Your body knows what to do now. Breath slows, heartbeat steadies, muscles rest fully, as though sinking into warm ground. There is nothing left to imagine, nothing left to prepare. The baker sleeps. The town is content. The bread is baked. The bells have rung. And you are allowed to drift. If sleep has not yet taken you, it is very close now, moving gently, patiently, like dawn waiting just beyond the hills. Let yourself float. Let yourself rest. The story ends here. But your sleep continues, deep and uninterrupted, long after the last word fades. Good night. Arms and legs rest completely. The muscles around the eyes loosen. The tongue rests comfortably in the mouth. Even the mind begins to rest its voice. If any sounds reach you, a distant hum, a soft movement in the room, they pass through harmlessly, never pulling you back, never demanding attention. They become part of the night. Somewhere in the dark, a single bell exists only as a memory now, not ringing, not calling, just the idea of a sound that once marked time. Time no longer matters. Sleep deepens. There is no story to follow anymore. No baker, no town, no oven or bell or dawn. Only warmth, only ease. You float in that gentle space between awareness and dreaming, where nothing needs a name and everything feels safe. If images appear, let them drift. If nothing appears, that is perfect too. The night holds you. Your breath remains slow and natural. Your body knows how to sleep deeply, how to restore itself quietly, cell by cell, moment by moment. And so, without effort, without thought, without sound, you drift fully into sleep, long, deep, undisturbed. The story has faded, but rest continues, steady and kind, until morning finds you gently when it is time. Good night.